Today we will be discussing about cone. Now the cone is known as what? What is a cone first of all? Cone is a three-dimensional object with a circular base and a triangular elevation. Now strictly speaking about cone, we are concerned with right circular cone. There can be various types of cones. One is you have this one, the right circular cone. Another you may have another condition. Where you will be having an oblique cone. Now we are concerned with right circular cone. A cone is said to be right circular. Okay, this is a right circular cone, this is an oblique cone. A cone is said to be right circular only when the axis is perpendicular to the circular base. Here also we have a circular base, but the axis is not at the center of the base meaning. Here the axis passes through the apex and the center of the circular base. Now, how do we form a right circular cone? You have a right angle triangle, suppose like this. You have a right angle triangle, suppose like this. And what happens? Upon an axis, suppose the axis passes through this perpendicular. Suppose this is the base of the triangle, this is the perpendicular, and this is the hypotenuse. Now, say that from the perpendicular of the triangle, there passes a axis, and you rotate the triangle continuously. What forms is a right circular cone. Okay. Now, since this rotates in this manner, this part of the axis is known as generator. We'll come to that. So you see a basic triangle you have. Okay, this is taken like this can be taken like this also. You will be getting a more flattened cone. However, now we are taking the triangle like this. We are rotating it upon an axis, and that forms this one, this right circular cone. Here the axis, you see this is the axis. This is passing through the apex point and the center of the base, and also it is perpendicular to the center. In an oblique cone, if the axis would have been passing through center of the base, suppose here, this will be having some angle. This angle between the axis and the base would not be 90 degree. Okay. Here the angle between the axis and the base is 90 degree. Now, if we see here the cone has got various parts. You have to remember those parts. This top point of the cone is known as apex. Okay. This one, this slant height, the slant height is known as generator. This circle upon which the cone rests, the base, is known as base. Here is the center of the base. This line, which is imaginary and it passes through the apex and through the center of the base, this line is known as axis. Okay? This is the circumference of the circle. Now you have, these are the various parts of the cone. Now generator can be of infinite number. There can be infinite points from which you can take the generator. You can rotate the generator like a string and it will form the cone. Okay. Now next we have something known as the conic section. Now conic section is obtained. What is a conic section? Conic sections obtained by intersection of a right circular cone by a plane in different positions relative to its axis. Okay. Sections, let me repeat myself, sections obtained by intersection of a right circular cone with plane at different positions with respect to its axis. Now here you see this is a right circular cone. Here you have the axis, the line of axis. Okay. Here is the line of axis, and with this respect to this axis, these are the section lines. These yellow lines are the section lines. In the first section, what happens? The sectional plane with respect to the axis is perpendicular to the axis. The sectional plane is perpendicular to the axis. And it is parallel to the base. We are not concerned with base right here, but the thing is that the sectional plane is perpendicular to the axis. When this is the condition, what happens here is, when this is the condition, what happens here is, you got to get a section, you get to see a section which is circular in shape. This is case 1. When the section plane is perpendicular to the axis, the section which is obtained, the shape of the section is a circle. If the sectional plane is at some angle to the axis, inclined to the axis, and it is cutting all the generator as well as the axis, the section obtained is an ellipse. This is condition 2. When the sectional plane is inclined to the axis and it is cutting all the generators of the cone along with the axis, the section obtained is an ellipse. That is the condition 2. In condition 3, we have section plane, the third condition, let us assess, when the section plane is parallel to one of the generator and is inclined to the axis. First condition is it is inclined to the axis, and second condition is it is parallel to one of the generator. The section so obtained is a parabola. This is the third condition, the condition of parabola. Now comes the fourth condition. When the section plane is inclined to the axis, there is an angle. If you extend this, you will see there is an angle. When the section plane is inclined to the axis, but it cuts the cone on one side of the axis. Like this is the axis, it is cutting the cone before the axis, on one side of the axis. This can be on any side. This side, this side, this side, any side. It should cut the cone on one side of the axis. The section so obtained is a hyperbola. That is the condition 4. These are the various conditions of conic section if we cut a cone directly and we generate this conic section. Okay.